Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Highline Activity Center here on the Highline Activity Network. We have got volleyball for you tonight here on Senior Night, and we're going to start things off with the ninth grade match. We've been in the past on C Squad and then a little bit of ninth grade, but we are going to focus on the freshmen here on this Senior Night, and then we'll catch a little bit of the C Squad when the freshmen are in their break, and of course we'll have junior varsity and varsity tonight. We're going to be honoring the three seniors between the junior varsity and varsity matches tonight, and actually we're going to be honoring all the parents throughout the varsity match here this evening. Grand Forks Red River is in town for this matchup here this evening for the ninth graders, and we're going to be starting things off again 3 sets regardless of how sets 1 and 2 go. They will have the 3 sets here tonight for the C Squad freshmen and junior varsity, and as we get ready for a big match. The Highliners really, again, on the varsity side, if they want to avoid that play-in match, they need to pick up some wins. Came up with a win against Devils Lake on Tuesday, and like to continue that streak here tonight against Grand Forks Red River. Highliners in their dark blues, the Riders in their reds and blacks, and we are just about set ready for volleyball here tonight on the Highline Activity Network. It is junior varsity, the freshman matchup here tonight between Valley City and Grand Forks Red River. We'll get the liberos are making their way onto the floor and making that switch as get ready. Arista Welsh is the libero for Grand Forks Red River, and for the Highliner, Jessica Renisat is the libero on the Highliners side. Highliners will serve first. Asia Berg will be sending it over, the left-hander from the far side, and we are underway with the freshman match here in Valley City. Welsh sends it to the middle, then up and over by Kilgore. Here are the Highliners, and that hit comes to the near side. Here's a set, back far side, DeLong, Maddie DeLong on the attack, into the net by Ranistat, but it got it over. It just kind of hit the top of the net, rolled over, and Jessica Ranistat with the kill, 1-0 Highliners. Just enough on dig to get it over the net, and the point for Valley City. Berg serving, the freshman, outside hitter, serves it up. Here at the net, set by DeLong in the middle. Grzeszewski sends it over. Now the Highlanders back on offense. Tipped over at the net by Shenenko, and that is going to go long off the arms of Becca Sather. It'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders off to a 2-0 start. 2-0 Valley City leading with Asia Berg, the left-hander, serving from the far court to the near court. Sends it over. On the set, Welsh, and actually instead of setting, she dropped it over for the kill. Maddie DeLong checked that on the kill for the Riders, and it is 2-1, and now DeLong will go back and serve for Grand Forks Red River, trailing 1-2 in the opening set. DeLong serve on the way. On the receive, set middle, over, up, into the net. On the attack here by Shenenko. And now back to serve is Maddie DeLong. Serving 2-2 in the opening set here for Red River. And the serve on the way. Pass set by Berg. At the net, tipped over. That's going to be a point on the kill. Again, Shenenko in the middle, the middle attacker. Abby picking up the kill. 3-2 Valley City. Red River leads 3-1 over on the C Squad first set. Paige Lindgren now back to serve for the Highliners. Serving 3-2 in the first set. That's going to be an ace. An ace for Lindgren. 4-2 is the advantage. And the serve on the way by Lindgren. Pass, Kilgore. Set, DeLong. On the attack, Larson. A dig, far side by Berg. Back to the middle and over by Ranisat. Here's DeLong for Red River. Set, Kilgore. And then tipped over on the pass from Sather, or by Sather. Now Welsh serves it up. Free ball here for the Highliners. Ranisat, pass, bump, up and over. Pass by Grzeszewski. Set DeLong on the attack to Grzeszewski, and that hit the net. That'll be 4 hits on the Riders. Point Valley City. 5-2, Highliners with the advantage here in the opening set. And a serve on the way here to the near side. Welsh receives. Ball here for Highliners. Dumped over by Berg. Back set, DeLong on the attack. Sather into the net. Side out, or point, off the attack air for the Highliners. And actually, that is Lanny Stearns back serving. The 2 and the 8 from the old eyes in the distance look about the same. Pass off the serve by Stearns. Here's the attack. Gershevsky into the far corner and in. Line judge Quilvang. Quilvang had to grab the ball as she was signaling in. So now serving for the Riders will be Brie Larson. Brielle Larson serving 3-6 in the opening set. At the net, bat pass there on the set attempt by Berg, and a little bit wide and out. Point was 4-6. Red River trailing by 2. Red River leading Valley City 5-2 in the opening set on the C Squad game. Larson now back serving for Red River, serving 4-6 in the opening set, 9th grade match. Into the net, service error, side out. Point Valley City 7-4. Highliners by 3. That will send Abby Shenenko back to serve. And it looks like Paige Lindgren checked in, and she's front row. Shenenko with the serve on the way. Pass, Kilgore. DeLong dumping it over and getting the kill. Again, looking like she's going to set it, and then just drops it over. Second one of those for DeLong. 5-7. Red River trailing. Back to serve. Aubrey Gashevsky back serving. Gashevsky sends it over. Pass. Ranasat on the receive. And then that goes off of Berg and out. We're going to have a do-over on the C-Squad match because the ball came over to the C-Squad court. Even though Abby Thornton was able to knock it away, but while the ball was on the other side of the net, but they'll restart. Here it's 6-7. Red River with the lead. Gashevsky with the serve. Pass. And that's going to be an ace. Ranasat was set, ready to receive. But then Katie kind of stepped in front to pass it. We are tied at 7. 3-point run for the Riders here in the opening set. And Gershevsky with the serve. Highliners, Berg, far side, over by Ranasat. Free ball. Gershevsky pass. DeLong back setting it. Sather on the attack, hit the antenna. That'll be out. That'll be a point for Valley City. 8-7 Highliners here in set 1. Valley City trailing 5-3 in set 1 over on the C-Squad match. Now back serving for the Highliners. Katie Jones serving for Valley City set 1. Serve here near side, goes wide and out. Point. Riders, we're tied at 8. Checking in, Brenna Schock. She'll go back and serve. Schock serving 8-8 in the opening set for the red-clad Riders. And the right-hander with the serve on the way. Received by Jones. Now the set by Schock on the attack and the kill. And actually was on the backside of the antenna on that attack error. That was Giovanna Lima on the attack error. Point for the Highliners, and they take a 9-8 lead. Back to serve, Peyton Lindgren. I was going to say the freshman. They're all freshmen on the freshman team. And that is going to be an ace. Giovanna Lima hits it into the net. An ace for Lindgren. And the Highliners take a 2-point lead at 10-8. Peyton, outside hitter. And the serve. Gashevsky, near side. And Lima, back row. And over by Kilgore. Here are the Highliners. At the net. Tipped over, near side. Welsh for the Riders. Pass set by Schock and then dumped over. Here's an attack from the middle by Kilgore. Highliners back the other way. Set by Berg. On the attack goes Lindgren. Dig from the back row. Kept alive up front by Schock. Then Welsh, the libero. No, that's going to be wide and out. Got it over the net, but out. Right in front of the Highliner bench. Point Valley City, 11-8. Highliners lead by 3. And we are going to have nothing yet. They're telling Brenna Schock you want to get a little bit further back or they would be out of rotation and lose the point. Here's Peyton Lindgren with the serve. Welsh receives. Pass. Schock sets. Near side. Lima on the attack. Into the net. Tack error. Point Valley City. 12-8 Highliners on a 4-point run. Red River leading the C-Squad match 9-4 in the opening set. Here's Lindgren again to serve for Valley City. Serving 12-8 in set 1. Welsh can't receive. That's an ace. Into the crowd it goes. Timeout. Did the coach take him out? Not yet. 13-8. 5-point run here for Valley City. The freshman leading by 5. And Lindgren back to serve. serving 13-8. Serve on the way. Welsh comes up, receives. Pass here near side. Lima into the middle, over by Kilgore. And long. Kilgore's attack went long. That's a point for Valley City. 14-8. Timeout, Red River. 14-8, advantage to the Valley City Highlanders on a 6-point run here in the freshman match. This is Highlander Volleyball. We'll be back with more on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here at the Highlander Activity Center, Valley City leading 14-8 over Red River. Ninth grade matches we view it here on the Highlander Activity Network. At the back side, here's a pass by Schock. DeLong, set middle. Kilgore on the attack, into the net. Attack air. And the Highlanders on a 7-point run, taking a 15-8 lead here in the first set. Back serving, Peyton Lindgren on the way. Welsh, pass. Schock. Bump set, near side, off the attack by Lima. And now that attack was in on the back row. Looked like Ranasat was going to let it go, and it dropped in for the point. That stopped the 7-point run for the Highlanders. 9-15, Red River trailing by a half dozen. They'll get the serve. And Welsh, the libero, is going to go back and serve. Arista Welsh, or Arista, as it's the record label called. And the serve, spelled the same way, on the way. Here's Lindgren, middle, over. Now back the other way. Set back, over by DeLong. Here's Ranasat with the pass. Lindgren set middle. And Paige Lindgren gets it over, and the dig went into the net, but they get it over. Free ball off the hit by Kilgore. Here's the tip here to the back row, and that's going to be a kill, and, and the coach even bumped it back into play. And that'll be a point for Valley City. 16-9 Highliners on this 8-1 run. That will send Jessica Ranasat back to serve. 11-11. Highliners have battled back to tie it. They're on a 7-2 run over in the C-Squad match to tie that at 11. Back here on the 9th grade match on the far side, over by Stearns. Nice dig, back row by Jaszewski, and then Kilgore over. Lindgren pass, dumped over by Berg, and dropping it in for the kill. Asia Berg with the kill. Just dropped it in. 17-9. When you get a setter that can do that, that is just extra tough to defend. 17-9, Valley City by 8 and make it by 9. Ace there by Ranasat. 18-9, Highliners leading here in the freshman match on a 10-1 run here. And on the other side, a 9-2 run by the C-Squad to take a 13-11 lead. Ranasat, the libero for the Highliners, serving here in the 9th grade match. And leaving it go and letting it fly is Jaszewski on the back row. So the service there gives the point to the Riders, makes it 10-18. That will send Taylor Kilgore back to serve. And not before, 25, that's Becca Sather, will come in, and Schock will come out. Schock was a setter while she was on the floor. Now Maddie DeLong will take over those duties. 10-18, Riders trailing by 8. And to serve, Taylor Kilgore. As Kilgore awaits, and now the serve on the way. Ball came over from the C-Squad match. Here's Welsh, pass, Kilgore, bump far side. That's over and wide, outside out, Highliners, 19-10, Valley City by 9. Here in the opening set on the 9th grade match. The freshman On the left-hander, Berg sends it over. That's Kilgore. DeYoung to the middle. Koshevsky tipped at the net. Now Berg, free ball here for the Riders. Far side, Young tips it over. Stayed on line. Are they going to call net violation? They are. Net violation there, Maddie DeLong. So a point for Valley City makes it 20-10. Over in the C squad, Riders are within 2, 13-15 serving. Here at the net, DeLong for the Riders. Bump set middle. Krzyzewski on the attack. Manistat, Berg, and then up and over by Shenenko. Back set, DeLong. Kilgore under the net. Be an attack error. Point for Valley City, 21-10. Highliners lead by 11. Here on the near side, DeLong runs up, bump set near side, kept alive there by Larson, and no. Her attempt to get it over on the third hit comes up short. 22-10, Valley City leading here in the opening set. And Asia Berg with the serve. To the middle, DeLong. Koshevsky sends it over. Berg, bump pass, set by Jones, and the attack by Stearns. Back here to the near side. Over with the left hand by Shenenko. And then Stearns trying to pass it and hit it into the net after Shenenko actually got it and passed it right back to Stearns, but she couldn't get it over the net. Point Riders, 11-22. Riders by 11, trailing by 11. And the serve by DeLong. That's going to be an ace. Up into the bleachers, back down. 22-12, 10-point advantage for Valley City. They lead over on the C squad match, 17-13 in the opening set. They're in a timeout there. Served by DeLong. Jones pass, and a set to the middle, then over by Shenenko. Now back to the Riders. Pass, Kilgore. On the attack, DeLong. Berg to the net, no. A little bit too hard into the net. Jones couldn't pick it out. Point, Riders, 13-22. Riders down by 9. Maddie DeLong to right-hander sends it over. Pass by Lindgren. And then in the attack error by Berg. Another point for the Riders, 14-22. It's a 4-point run here for Red River, trailing by 8. And DeLong with the serve. And an ace. That came in front of Lindgren. And we're going to get a timeout taken. Sarah Wilhelm says, no, let's talk it over. Timeout taken by the Highliners. 15-22, Valley City leading by 7 here in the 9th grade match. We're back with more Highliner volleyball from the HEC here on the Highliner Activity Network. As we come out of the timeout, Highliners, there's going to be another ace by DeLong. And the Highliners' lead has been shaved down to 6. A 6-point run here for Grand Forks Red River. Are within 22-16. Maddie DeLong serving. And the right-hander, that's going to be into the corner and long. Boy, Ranasat right at the last second backed away and let it drop. Point for Valley City, 2016 Highliners. Abby Shenenko back serving here for Lanny Stearns, is serving for the Highliners. Here's Kilgore, gets it over, drops it in for the kill. Kilgore with the kill. 17-23, Valley City. Lead is at 6. Aubrey Koshevsky will go back and serve. And the right-hander will serve it on the way. Ranastat, pass. Berg, bumping it over. Here's Welsh, pass. set by DeLong. On the attack, Larson and Long. Attack air on the Riders. Point Valley City, 24-17. It will be a set point here for the Highliners. And Valley City on that set point. Shenenko with the serve. Here DeLong on the far side. Sather gets it over. And off Shenenko, and that's going to go out. That'll be a point for Valley City, or for Red River. 24-18, set point number 2 for the Highliners. And the Highliners also on set point on the C Squad match. Brie Larson serving here for Red River. And the right-hander sends it on the way. Ranestad, pass. And then we have a out of rotation apparently. It's going to be a side out on the service error. So a point for Valley City. And the Highliners take that first set by a final of 25-17. And about the same time, they win on the C Squad 25-18. So both matches are 1-0 in favor of Valley City. We'll step aside. We're coming back with more Highliner Volleyball from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at the Highlight Activity Center and the Highlight Activity Network. We've got volleyball here for you tonight. It is ninth grade volleyball what we're focusing on here, as the C Squad and ninth grade both winning their first sets, 25-17 for the C Squad, 25-18 C Squad, 25-17 for the ninth graders. Oh, they went and switched liberos on me. So now Shea Panos is the libero for Grand Forks Red River. Here's Berg over, and Panos gets an opportunity. DeLong, set middle. Krzyzewski on the attack. Lindgren, back, free ball over for the Riders, and they keep it alive with Kilgore, and then dumped over by Lima. Back the other way, dumped over Berg. Diving dig by Panos, and then the retry DeLong is out. Point, Valley City. 1-0 Highlanders with the early advantage here in the ninth grade match. That'll send Asia Berg back to serve. Sends it across court. Diving return by Panos. Now in the middle is Ranasat. Jones up and over. Free ball for the Riders. DeLong set near side. Backing up over by Lima. Ranasat set Berg in the, was in the middle. Then knocked over there near side by Stearns. Now back to the Highliners. Lindgren gets it over. DeLong back set. Off the attack Sather. That's going to go out. Becca Sather on the attack here. Point. And Highliners up 2-0. Berg, the left-hander, serve under the net. Nope, supposed to go over. That'll be a service error. Side out. Riders trailing by 1-2. Panos is waiting for the substitution because she just served. And I think Schock is going to check in, or is that Arista Welsh, who was the libero? Now back, will be going back to serve. Arista serving 1-2 in the second set for the Riders. Far side, nope, into the net. Came up a little bit short, hit the top of the net. Service error, side out, Valley City. Laney Stearns back to serve. Serving 3-1 here in set number 2, and she's going to get an ace. Diving try to receive was Giovanna Lima, and she sent it to the other court. Point, Highliners, 4-1, Valley City. Riders leading 3-1 in the second set over in the C squad, make it 4-1. Here's a serve on the way over by Stearns. Now Highliners on the attack. Up and over by Lindgren. Panos, DeLong's middle. On the attack, Kilgore. One hops into the lap of head coach Rebecca DePesa for the Highliners. As she's enjoying, I think, a cup of soup from the concession stand. 5-1 Highliners. And the serve there goes wide by Stearns. 5-2 now. Valley City leading by 3 here in set number 2. Over on the C squad match, it's 4-2 Red River. Now back is Brenna Schock in to serve for the Riders. And the serve goes under the net. 6-2 Valley City. Highliners leading by 4. Back to serve, Paige Lindgren. Serving, 6-2, second set. Panos comes up. Free ball for the Highliners, over by Sheneko. Now Schock, set middle. Kilgore attacking for the Riders. That goes off Lindgren and out. Point, Red River on the kill by Kilgore. 3-6, Riders down by 3. Briella Larson will come in. Brielle goes front row. And back to serve is Lima. Lima serving 3-6, second set for the Rough Riders into the net. Service number 2. 7-3 Valley City here in the second set. Highliners down 4-3 in the second set. Now we're tied 4-4 in the second set over on the C squad match. Here's Katie Jones for Valley City serving here in set 2. Panos, DeLong, and that's going to be a point right in front of Welsh. Highliners will take an 8-3 advantage. And Jones back to serve. Serving 8-3. And the right-hander serve here near side. Over ball, Shenenko, no, into the net. Abby had a free ball and hit it into the net. That'll be a point for Red River. 5-8, Highliners lead is at 3. Taylor Kilgore back to serve for Red River. Goes far side. That's going to be an ace. And that one was off the arms of Stearns and out. 6-8. As the Riders trail by 2. And serving is Kilgore. Sports number 5 on the back of her red jersey and sends it over. And that's going to be another ace, back-to-back ace. Katie Jones could not receive there. It is now, actually, I think they got the scoreboard right. I think they went one ahead. It is now 6-8, Red River, trailing by 2. I think they gave them a double point there a few moments ago. And it's now going to be 7-8. Another side out point for Red River. Timeout, Valley City. 7-8, Highliners leading here in the ninth grade match in set number 2. And over on the C squad, it is 7-5 advantage there to Grand Forks Red River. And just a quick announcement to let folks know, if you want to watch both matches, you can do so. Just go to playsite.com, and I think if you already have a subscription, you will see now a menu that'll pop up and give you an option. Instead of the Valley City Go, which you've been doing in the past, you'll have an option. It'll say basketball, football, volleyball, whatever you want to choose. And obviously volleyball tonight, you click on that, and you'll get a wide shot of the floor, and you can watch both matches here tonight in the C squad and ninth grade. So that's how you can follow both if you are so inclined. Right now we are in the second set here on the ninth grade match. 8 in Valley City leading by 1. Red River leads 8-6 over on the C squad match in the second set on that one. Back to serve, Taylor Kilgore. Here for Grand Forks Red River. Serving 7-8. And that is kept the line. Now over by Shenenko. Free ball here. Panos for the Riders. Shock set middle. Grzeszewski on the attack. Ranasat can't dig it. That'll be a kill there and a point. Grzeszewski on the kill for Red River. We are tied 8-8. Kilgore serving near court. 8-8 seconds. Ranasat receives. Pass. Berg sends it over. And Panos. Shock back setting it. DeLong on the attack. Off of Jones and out. Kill there by Matty DeLong. And the Riders have taken a 1-point lead at 9-8. Kilgore serving. 9-8 now for the Riders. On the far side, Lindgren to the middle. Ranasat will get it over but wide and out. That'll be a point for the Riders, who have now rattled off 7 in a row and taken a 10-8 lead here in the second set. Served by Kilgore. Ranasat side. Back to the middle by Schenko, or by Stearns. Over by Schenko. Now here to the near side. Off the attack is Larson. Highliners with Berg. Near corner. Panos gets it to Shock. Shock to the middle. Grzeszewski sends it over. Back to Valley City. Stearns to Berg. Berg to the back row. Off the dig, Panos. Panos here to the middle. And then off the attack is Kilgore for Red River. Valley City here getting it over on the third hit, but that is going to be out right in front of the Rider bench. That is a point for for Red River. And the Riders now with 8 in a row and to take an 11-8 lead here in set 2. Again, we're playing 3 sets regardless of how this one plays out. On both the C squad and ninth grade. We're watching ninth grade match right now. 11-8, Red River on the lead. And over barely by Ranasat. Now here's DeLong to the middle. Grzeszewski on the attack. Pass, bump set near side. Berg with the left hand will send it over. Well shot the dig. Shock back setting it. DeLong attacking for the Riders. Now Jones to Berg. Berg will set far side. Lindgren on the attack. Kilgore on the dig. Shock set. Nope, dropped it over. It's going to drop it over for the point. Point Red River, 12-8. Riders up by 4. They lead 12-9 in the C squad second set. Here on the freshman. Highliners won 25-17. Right now, Red River leading 12-8 in set 2. And the serve by the right-hander on the way. Here's Ranasat receives. Free ball to the net. DeLong tips it over and gets the point. Actually, I don't think it even got over, but she got her fingertip on it, enough to get it past Lindgren. And it's 13-8 Red River, leading by 5. It is 13-9 Red River over on the C squad match. They're in a timeout. And Kilgore into the net. That stops a 10-point run for Red River. Highliners now trail 9-13. And back to serve, Peyton Lindgren. Lindgren serving, 9-13, second set. Panos to the net. Shock sets it on the attack. Larson now to the Highliners. Berg to the middle. Nope. Her set came up a little bit short. Shenenko couldn't get to it. It'll be a point for the Riders. They take a 14-9 advantage. And back in is Becca Sather. And serving is Maddie DeLong, and she's got an ace. DeLong with the ace. Point Red River, 15-9. Riders by half dozen. Remember, trailed at one point, 8-3. Serve on the way. Lindgren. And that's off of Jones, and that's going to be out. That'll be another point for the Riders. 16-9. Riders leading. They're on a 13-1 run here in the ninth grade match with Maddie DeLong to serve. On the way. Pass. Here's Asia Berg. Got it to Shenenko. Shenenko sends it over, but long. Point Red River. 17-9. Riders up by 8. And the serve by DeLong. Jones, Berg, set. On the attack, Stearns. Here's Kilgore. Set middle by DeLong. On the attack is Grzeszewski. Ranasat to Berg. Set middle. And over by Shenenko. Now back set DeLong. On the attack into the far corner and in. On the attack by Becca Sather. Point Red River 18-9. 9-point lead. Valley City will take a timeout. 18-9. Advantage to Red River in set number 2. And we're going to check in on see what's going over on the ninth grade for the C Squad match right now. And right now on that one it is 16-10. Grand Forks Red River with the lead. Alex Staus, the libero, with the serve. Pass by Hughesby. Over to Martinick, then dumped over by Harstead. Back to the Riders. Attack here near side. That's going to go wide on the attack there by Peyton Bergeron. That'll be a point for the Highliners. Cadence Harstead back serving. Timeout right now on the C Squad match. 18-9. Red River leads there. Here on the C Squad, there's an ace by Harstead. 12-16. Valley City trailing by 4. And both the Highliners ninth and C Squad winning in the opening set. 25-17 for the ninth graders. 25-18 for the C Squad. Now we head back over to the C Squad match, or to the ninth grade match, pardon me. Too many things to keep track of. I'm old. Maddie DeLong back to serve here for Red River. Serving 18-9 in the second. Jones to Berg. Asia set middle and over by Stearns. Here's the long pass. Panos bump set. Sather on the attack cross court. Berg from the dig to the middle over by Shenenko. Now pass by Larson. Set. Larson on the attack. Ranastat with the dig into the net. No. Stearns couldn't pick it off the net. Point to the Riders. 19-9. Red River leading by 10. Valley City has gotten within 13-16. Oh, it is 14-16 now over on the C Squad. Here's a point for the Highliners. That one went off Panos on the attack. Point Valley City. That ended a 16-1 run, actually. So it is now 10-19. Jessica Ranasat back to serve. Ranasat sends it over. Pass by Larson. DeLong to the middle, Grzeszewski. Lindgren, free ball here for the Riders. DeLong bump set middle, Grzeszewski on the attack. Ranasat can't dig, point. Off the kill, Aubrey Grzeszewski. 20-10, Riders leading by 10. And that will send the libero, Shea Panos, back to serve. And serving, 20-10 in the second set. Harstead continued to serve for Valley City over on the C Squad. They've rattled off 5 in a row there. Now they can make it 6 in a row. Now we're going to get a do-over here as the ball came over. Now the referees keep it going as the ball came over to the ninth grade side, but the referees kept play going, and it's going to be a kill for Red River. 21-10, Riders by 11. And the back to serve is Panos. Serve on the way, and that's going to go off Lindgren and out. Ace by Panos, point. Red River, 22-10. Red River by 12. And Panos back to serve. And the right-hander serves on the way. And Lindgren swing and a miss. It went off her hands and here in the forehead. Point Red River, 23-10. A 13-point lead. Baker's dozen here. Panos to serve. Lindgren, good receive there. Comes up and over. Free ball here for the Riders. DeLong set middle. Grzeszewski on the attack. Ranasat kind of spun her wheels as she tried to come forward to dig it. Point Riders, 24-10. At the conclusion of this ninth grade, we're going to follow and see what's going on in the C squad as they're going to be getting close to finishing up their second set. Here's a hit into the net by Gershevsky, and they say still alive, and there's going to be a point off the kill by Paige Lindgren. Point Valley City, 11-24. Set point number 2 coming up. Asia Berg back to serve for Valley City. Serving 11-24. Pass Lima. Over by Gershevsky. Berg to the middle. Over by Katie Jones. Now Kilgore. DeLong setting it. Attacking. Lima. And in. Point for the Riders. And they'll take the second set. 25-11. And they will take even things up 1-1 with the third set coming up. Now we're going to switch over. And a good match going on the C squad match. It is 20-18. Grand Forks Red River leading in the second set. Just got a point, and Peyton Bergeron will go back and serve. The ninth grader serving from the far side here to the near court on the C squad. Pass by Coca. Here's Thornton, set middle. On the attack, LaRue, and Bailey LaRue picks up the kill. 19-20. Highliners within 1. Trailed by 1 at one time, 16-10. Now Peterson, that's Jaden, back to serve. Serve far side. Red River on the attack middle and into the net. Attack error. That was Paige McKenzie on the attack error for the Riders. 20-20, we are tied. Peterson serving for the Highliners here to the near court. Sends it over. Staus on the receive. Here's the attack and the kill. Big time attack there and the kill by Charlie Bramer. So 21-20, Red River back up by 1. And McKenzie back to serve. We're in the second set here on the C squad. Coca receives to Thornton. Abby back set on the attack over by LaRue. Now Coca. Thornton setting it. Off the attack there, Harstead on the dig for the Riders. Now attacking here near side. And that attack went long by Brammer. Point Valley City, we're tied at 21. C squad again between the second and third set. We're watching the ninth graders. We're watching the C squad. And the jump serve by Coca here for Valley City. Staus set near side. On the attack through the tip. Kept alive by Peterson. Then Coca over by Larson. Free ball here for the Riders. At the net. And Martinick out jumped one of the Riders, but they keep it alive. Now Staus, kept in front. Back to Larson for Valley City. Thornton set middle. Here's Martinick on the attack. Cross court and in. Point Valley City. 22-21. Highliners by 1. Timeout Red River. So 22-21. Riders are down by 1. Valley City leading by 1 in the set on the C squad. Valley City won that first set 25-18. They'll play 3 regardless of what happens here in set 2. And we're about ready to get into set number 3 here on the ninth grade side. And this is tied at 1-1. Don't forget junior varsity to follow here. Roughly about 25 minutes after the conclusion of the last match here. And, of course, I have to take down one net and then set it up for the JV. So here we go, third set. Red River and Valley City tied at 1 here on the ninth grade. And it will be, I believe, Highliners serve to start things here in the third set. Service error by Coca over on the C squad. That is now tied at 22. Libero Panos is in. Actually back to serve is Arista Welsh. So Welsh will serve here for Red River. In set number 3, we're tied a set apiece. Highlanders up 23-22 over in the C squad. There's an ace by Welsh. Lindgren's received one out. 1-0 Riders. Welsh will serve here in the near court. Match is tied at 23 over in the C squad. Service error by Welsh. We're tied 1-1 here. Now Asia Berg back to serve for Valley City. Serving 1-1 in the third set. And the lefty serves here near side. Receive, Welsh. DeLong to the middle. And then over by Lima. Now back to the Highliners. Berg, set middle, and Stearns gets it into the net. Attack error, point. Red River, 2-1. Riders by 1. (23-23) on the C Squad side. Now back to serve. Brenna Schock will serve into the net. Service error, side out, point Valley City. We're tied at 2. 2-2 is your score. And that'll be Lanny Stearns back serving for Valley City. To the net, Schock with the set. Over by Lima, free ball for the Highliners. Ranasat up front, Jones gets it over. Free ball for the Riders. Here's Schock set middle. Kilgore on the attack. Ranasat on the dig. Gets it to Berg, dumping it over from the back row. Panos for the Red River Riders. Back over to Schock, over by Kilgore. Ranasat's dig goes wide and out. Kill for Kilgore. And the point for the Riders. They take a 3-2 lead here in set number 3. Giovanna Lima back to serve for the Riders. Serving 3-2, set 3. And Lima with the serve on the way. Ranastat receives. Here's Berg. Free ball for the Riders. Kilgore. Shot. And then over by Lima. Here are the Highliners. And that one goes to the up official. And went off her hands. Out. That's a point for Red River. They're up 4-2. And Red River just won the C Squad second set, 25-23. So that's going to a third set tied at 1. Here's a serve on the way and wide by Lima. Point Valley City here on the 9th grade match. 3-4. Highliners trailing by 1. Abby Shenenko will go back and serve. Here in the serve near side. Welsh, no, we got a whistle out of rotation against the Riders. Down official is pointing at Larson. That Larson or Welsh, one of the two needs to be further up. So out of rotation called against Red River. Point for the Highliners, tying it at 4. And now that will send Abby Shenenko back to serve. Serving 4-4 in the third set. High, deep serve, and did it touch? Nope. Line judge said it did not go off the arms of the Welsh in the back row. So a point for the Riders. They go back up by 1, 5-4. Taylor Kilgore will serve. And she will wait as Aubrey Goshevsky comes in front row. Kilgore to serve on the way. Ranasat, that's an ace. Up and over the red and white balloons on the far side where the Highliner varsity will be coming out of. 6-4 Riders leading by 2 here in the third set. We're tied 1 set apiece. On the C Squad side, they are tied at 1 set apiece right now between the second and third set. Kilgore with the serve. And an ace. Dropped that in front of Ranasat. 7-4 Red River. A 3-point advantage for the Riders. Kilgore with the serve. Berg. Back set. And Lindgren can't get it over. Point Riders. 8-4 Red River. And this match more than likely will be done before the C Squad. So then we'll get over and get to the conclusion of the C Squad match here. Serve on the way. Berg to the middle. Over by Lindgren. No. Payton hits it into the net. Attack error. Point Red River. 9-4. A 5-point run here by Red River. In that second set, Red River had a nice run that helped them to a 14-point win. Here's Berg set. Over by Lindgren. Now back to the Riders. Panos to the middle. And then over by Kilgore. Free ball for the Highliners. Berg to Jones. Katie, bump set. Lindgren on the attack. Kilgore for the Riders. Pass set by Schock near side. Attacking and long by Larson. That went out. Point Valley City. 5-9. Highliners within 4. And back serving Katie Jones for Valley City. Serving 5-9 in set 3. Served by Jones over. Kilgore, couple of teammates. The two setters, Schock and DeLong, bumped into one another on the set attempt. And so the point goes to Valley City within 3, 6-9. They get ready to start the third set on the C squad side. There's an ace by Katie Jones. And it's the top of the net and drops it over for the ace. 7-9, 3-point run for Valley City. And are within 2. And back to serve, Katie Jones with the serve for Valley City on the way. Panos receives, pass, set, shot to the middle. Grzeszewski on the attack. Back row, Lindgren into the corner. There's Schock to Grzeszewski, then over by DeLong. Now back row, Stearns into the middle. Lindgren gets it over for the Highliners. Kilgore to Schock, over by Grzeszewski. Jones, free ball for the Riders. They get it back over off the attack there by Larson, and the point. 10-7, 3-point lead for Red River here in the third set. It is 2-0 Highliners in the third set on the C squad match. Here's Berg, set middle. Lindgren steps back and attacks. Schock, and again, miscommunication. Panos was coming up, and right there was Grzeszewski, and they two collided. The ball drops. Point, Valley City, 8-10. Highliners trailing by 2. Peyton Lindgren back to serve. Lindgren serving on the way. Panos, pass. Set, middle. Grzeszewski on the attack. Off the arms of Berg, kept alive, and no. That'll be a point for Red River, 11-8. Riders by 3. Highliners off to a good start on the C squad third set, leading 4-0 with Cadence Harstead serving. Here serving for Red River, Brielle Larson. On the way, Lindgren receives. Free ball here for the Riders. DeLong to Grzeszewski, gets it over. Now Lindgren. Again, ball for Red River. DeLong setting it up on the attack by Lima. And the kill. Point, Red River, 12-8. They lead by 4 here in the third set. And now back to serve. Brielle Larson. The right-hander serving 12-8, third set. There's a serve. Katie Jones, then Lindgren. Now Berg gets it over for the Highliners. Kilgore, pass. DeLong, set. Back to Kilgore, under the net. Point, Valley City. 9-12, Highliners down by 3. Panos, the libero, checks back in for Red River. And the libero for the Highliners, Jessica Ranasat, back to serve. Ranasat sends it over. That's going to be an ace. That'll go off of Lima and out. Point. 10-12, Highliners down by 2. And Ranasat to serve. Serving 10-12 in the third set. The libero in the green jersey sends it over. Long, one hopped into the crowd. 13-10, Red River leading by 3. And that will bring Arista Welsh in. She will go back and serve. Welsh serving 13-10 in the third set. And here's a serve. Lindgren comes up, receives. Free ball and long. It went all the way to the back row off the receive. 14-10 Riders. Match point here for Red River. And Welsh will do the honors and serve here near side. Serving 13-10. Pass off Berg, out. That's going to be a point for Red River. And the Riders win the third set 15-10. And they'll take the match 2-1. And will win it here in the ninth grade match. Now we'll turn our attention over to our C squad. That is in the third set as well. 7-3. A 4-point lead for Valley City here in the C squad match. 25-18, Riders won the first set. 25-23, or the Highliners won the first set. Then the Riders won the second set, 25-23. And we're in a timeout right now on the C squad. 8-3. Valley City leading by 5. And again, after the conclusion of this, we'll close down their stream of this as they get set up and get ready for the junior varsity. And then the junior varsity match will be about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this C squad. So it will be running late. And if you had been watching the full screen on playsite.com, you're going to want to switch now to the GoCam, and we'll have play-by-play on that. So again, if you were watching the wide screen of the two matches, now go back to the GoCam, and you can watch this end of this C Squad match, which right now has Valley City leading it by a score of 9-3. And the match is even at 1 set apiece. So Highliners leading 9-3. Jaden Peterson back to serve here for the Highliners. Riders on the attack. Set, backside, Stouts the libero on the attack. That's Martinick. Abby Thornton bump set. Harstead attacking for Valley City and the kill. Cadence Harstead with the kill. Cross court, 10-3. Valley City up by 7. So a 10-3 advantage for the Highliners with Larson back to serve, or Peterson, pardon me. Jaden Peterson back serving for Valley City. Here's a serve on the way. Stouts receives. Pass in the middle on the attack. Dug out by Larson. Tipped over Abby Thornton. Now back to the Riders. Here to the near side. Here's Martinick. Thornton. Oh, Abby tried to tip it over, and she hit it into the net. Or Ryan Thornton. Abby's her cousin. Hit it into the net. 10-4. Highliners lead by 6. Paige Hyde back to serve here for Red River. Now Thornton to the middle. Harstead gets it over. Free ball for Red River. Back set. Hyde on the attack. Hit the top of the net. Dropped it in for the point. And double check on that on the number. Actually, that was Brooke Mushka on the kill. 5-10. Hyde back serving for Red River. 5-10, trailing by 5. Martinick, Thornton back set. LaRue on the attack. Off the dig. Riders back to the middle. Stouts will get it over. Free ball for the Highliners. Larson pass. Thornton set. Harstead on the attack. Cross court and the kill. Cadence Harstead with another kill. Highliners up 11-5. 11-5 Valley City here in the third set. Bailey LaRue will go back and serve. Usually she'll sit down and Coca will come in and serve, but Coca getting ready for the JV match now. So LaRue serving. To the net. Set over. Peterson for the Highliners. Thornton. Set middle. Martinick. No. Into the net. Attack error. And the point for Red River. Back within 5 at 6-11. Match tied 1-1. Larson receives the serve. Thornton set. Harstead on the attack. Back row. Hyde back set. Here to the near side. Loped over by Mushka. Now back to the Highliners. Thornton over by Peterson. Stouts on the dig. Set here near side. And tipped over. Oh, could have been a lift call, but nothing there. That's going to be a point off the kill. If that was 45, Grishevsky. Or 40, Hyde. I'm going to guess Grishevsky. As Hyde just got done serving. Here's Stouts off the attack by Harstead. Hits it into the bleachers. That'll be killed for Cadence Harstead. Point Valley City. 12-7. Highliners by 5. Again, if you are watching the wide shot of both matches, you're going to want to switch now to the GoCam on playsite.com and watch the end of this C-Squad match. Right now has the Highlanders up 12-7 in the third set, tied 1 set apiece. Riders on the attack, into the net. No, they say it was blocked by Martinick. And then a pass, and no one there off the set, drops in. Point Valley City. Now Coca comes back, and she will go back to the back row defensively. 13-7, Highlanders leading. Ryan Thornton with the serve. Riders, backside, the attack blocked at the net. Kept alive by Stouts. Free ball here for the Highlanders. Harstead, Thornton set, back to Cadence on the attack. That's going to one-hop off the bleachers. Attack error gives the Riders a point, makes it 8-13. Checking in front row. Peyton Bergeron comes in front row for Red River. Staus, the libero, with the serve. Peterson, pass. Koka gets it to Thornton. Gets it over. Now Staus set near side. Ryan on the attack there for the Riders and the kill. Hyde on the attack. Or is that 44? Again, from this vantage point, those numbers are a little wide and hard to decipher. I apologize. Here's Thornton setting it up. And up and over by Hughesby, and Ava gets the kill. Ava with the two-hand push gets the kill. 14-9, Valley City. Set match point. Cadence Harstead back to serve. Harstead serving 14-9 here in set number 3. Into the net. Service error. Point Riders, 10-14. Brooke Mushka now will go back and serve. The sophomore serving 10-14 here in set 3. For River, serve on the way. Harstead. Thornton, near side. Martinick into the corner. Riders on the attack. Here's Staus, comes up. She'll attack, get it over. Koka with the pass. Thornton set on the attack. Martinick. Staus on the dig for the Riders. Now they'll set it here near side. Attacking cross court. Koka on the dig. Kept alive by Thornton, and no. Hughesby couldn't get to it to get it over on the third hit. Point Riders. 11-14. Red River trailing by 3. Mushka with the serve. Here's Thornton, bump set. Martinick gets it over. Free ball for the Riders. On the back set, off the attack here, near side, and Koka cannot come up with it. Hyde on the attack there. And the point for the Riders makes it 12-14. Riders have scored 3 in a row and shaved the lead down to 2, and Valley City wants to talk it over. 14-12, Valley City leading here in the third set. We're back with the end of this third set from the C-Squad match here on the Highline Activity Network. We come out of the timeout. Red River has scored 3 in a row here in the C-Squad match. We're tied 1 set apiece. On the serve, Koka. And, boy, Koka can't receive. Harstead can't get to it. Another point for the Riders. That's 4 in a row here for Red River. So this is set point number 5, match point number 5 for Valley City. 14-13. They lead by 1. Here's the serve. Koka receives to Thornton. Over. Riders on the attack. Set near side, attacking cross court and in. Off the cross court kill. Warv on the kill. It is 14-14, so we got bonus points here in our third set. Serve on the way. Peterson, Thornton, back set, Martinick over. Staus, Staus, one of the players next to her cut in front of her to try and get that and hit it out. Point Valley City, 15-14, so set point here for the Highliners. Abby Martinick back to serve. Serving 15-14. Staus receives, pass, set middle. On the attack, Bergeron into the net. Attack air, Point Valley City, and the Highliners hang on and win the third set, 16-14, and they'll win the match at 2-1. So recapping what we just wrapped up, the ninth grader went to Red River. Highliners won the first set, 25-17, and then it was 25-11. Red River won the second set, and in that second set, it was at one point 8-3, so a 22-3 run by the Riders won that second set, 25-11, and they took that momentum over into the third set, winning 15-10 to win the match. Here in the C squad, It was Valley City winning the first set 25-18. Red River won the second set 25-23. And then Valley City took the third set 16-14. So now we're going to step aside. We're going to shut down the streams. And again, coming up here in approximately 25 minutes, around 6 o'clock, we will have the junior varsity match here on senior night. And that'll be coming up at 6 o'clock here tonight on the Highliner Activity Network. Again, 2-1. And again, the final 2-1 on the C squad goes to Red Valley City, and Red River winning it 2-1 over on the 9th grade. Now, again, if you're going to be watching this junior varsity and varsity matches, just go to the playsite.com and do the Valley City Go Camp. Again, you'll have that drop-down menu at playsite.com that'll have your choices for sports, but you want the top one. The very top one says Valley City Go Cam. That's the one you want to choose to watch and enjoy the junior varsity and varsity matches tonight. Again, we'll be back about 6 o'clock with that varsity match. This is Highliner Volleyball on the Highliner Activity Network.